Hello everyone, welcome to Easy Explanation. So this video I am making in request of a student. So he has asked me to make a video for all the theory questions. Like I'll not be discussing about the solutions here, but only the questions, so that it will be like a revision type for you. You know this question or not. Okay, so these are some of the theory questions. So most of this question we have already studied, and if you don't know any question from here, or if you don't know the answer of any question from this portion, let me know in the comment box of this particular video only, so I'll make a video on that question. Okay, so here I'll cover only theory question from C program as well as for Fortran. Okay, so let's go to first question. So you can just tick, okay, I know this question, like this. So first question is block diagram of a computer. Okay, so you discuss about all the parts, that is CPU, arithmetic, ALU, control unit and all. Second question can be what is software and types of software. Okay, so if you see, there are system software and application software. Again, inside application software you have got some 3 types of software, utility software, like that. So read about that. Very important question is generation of programming language. Okay, so different generation of programming language. So different question can be asked, different form, like high level language, low level language, difference between them, what are the first 3 generation, what are the last 2 generation, like that. So study about all the generation of programming language along with example of each. Okay, so this question video I have already uploaded. Okay, so you can go and check. Okay, so next is compiler, interpreter and assembler. Okay, so this question they can ask for difference between compiler and interpreter, difference between interpreter and assembler, like this. Another important question is compilation process. Yeah, so don't forget to draw the diagram while discussing the compilation process. Sixth question, it can be problem solving using computer. Yeah, so all steps, around 7 steps are there. Yeah, problem solving using computers. All 7 steps are important here. Okay, so another question can be asked like what is algorithm, its advantage. Okay, its advantage. And one question can be asked, like one program can be asked to draw the algorithm. Another question is flowchart, its advantage, the symbols used. Yeah, and again one program question to solve. Okay, next question is compilation and execution. I have already discussed. Okay, next question can be asked for debugging. Okay, and debugging and various error. Okay, runtime error, syntax error, like that are there. Also different types of testings are there. Also different types of techniques are there. Yeah, so you have already studied these okay, testings are there. Okay, so documentation, what is the importance of documentation? Such question can be asked. Please practice different algorithm and flowchart questions are there. Okay, so please practice these questions. Let's go to okay, so you can expect some 8 to 16, yeah, 2 questions or 3 questions from here. Let's go to next question, that is structure of C programming. Yeah, so structure of C programming, the various structure, documentation part, link part, definition part, then main part, all that table form of diagram that you can discuss here. Fine, so next questions, 1 or 2 marks question can be asked from what is constant, what is variable, what are the data types, Okay, similarly, what is symbolic constant? What is preprocessor directive? Okay, so 2 marks question or 1 marks question can be asked from here. What are the keywords? Yeah, keywords. Similarly, ASCII value. What is ASCII value? Similar question, 1 or 2 marks question can be asked from here. Constants I already told. What are variables? What is identifier? Rule for naming variable and identifier. Okay, various rules are there for naming this. Preprocessor directive I already told. Symbolic constant I already told. Okay, what are tokens in C? Tokens in C, we can you can get a question. Okay, so these are 1 marks question, 1 or 2 marks question. Tag question can be asked. Another question can be asked from operators. What are the types of operators? Or they can ask you about a particular operator, like what is conditional operator, what is increment decrement operator, okay, what is reduction operator. So these things, all operators you need to study and go. Okay, so next 1 question, 1 marks question can be asked like size of operator, if you remember. Okay, very important question is precedence and associativity. What is precedence and what is associativity? Explain with example, they can say. So you know what is precedence, yeah, what is associativity? Just study this. There is a table, okay, I think there is a long table about precedence and associativity. So I think they have asked once or twice, they have asked question about this table, but if they ask, it's a very lengthy thing to draw, yeah. So remember some of the symbols because they have asked 1 or twice. Okay, so next question is type conversion. Okay, this type conversion is also called typecasting. Okay, and there are 2 types, if you remember. 2 types of type conversion or typecasting are there, that is implicit and explicit. Yeah, so study this type of questions. Then next question, let me go. So from these chapters, this various output and input type question can be asked from these questions, using which I am solving this now. Next, for input and output, okay, from here formatted input output can be asked. Okay, what is formatted input? What are the various formatted input? What are the various unformatted output? Also, what are the various unformatted input output can be asked. Okay, so scanf, printf, and syntax writing from this can be asked. So write the syntax of what is this. Again, from here the output type question can be asked, which we are solving now. I am uploading the videos. Whichever question I am getting, I am uploading the videos. Fine. So next 60 number question, it can be asked from control statement. Okay, decision and looping question. Okay, from this what are the various decision statement in C? They are if else, ladder, nested if, switch. So generally they ask a question from what is switch statement. Okay, theory question. Or what is if statement, what is if else. They can ask syntax. Also they ask what is the difference between, okay, this is most asked question, difference between while and do while. Okay, so while loop is also called entry control loop. Remember, entry control loop. Do while is also called exit control loop. Yeah, so they can ask the difference of these two, or they can give you any differences or syntax to write. Switch statement, they can give you syntax to write. Also next is break and continue. Yeah, write about break and continue, why we need this, what is the syntax of this. So you can write a program and show them the break and continue statement. Okay, also break, continue, go to is there. Okay, so next question can be asked from function. Let's go to function part. So function, I think there are limited questions from function. Okay, there are limited questions they have asked from function. So what is function, definition, advantage of function. Okay, Next question they can ask from what is the user defined function and library function. Okay. Function. Okay, so also they can ask how parts of function, like calling function, called function is there, so how they do this, or the parts of function they can ask what all that contains. So first of all it contains function declaration, then the main function, then the calling function, and then the function body. Okay, so all these you can explain. From here, call by reference and call by value, reference and call by value is there. Yeah. 22 number question, it can be from recursive function. What is recursive function and what are the condition for a function to be recursive? Okay, so it has two conditions. Yeah, two conditions are there for a function to be recursive. Next question they can ask is from 1 or 2 marks question. They can ask from various types of variable. Yeah, so local variable, global variable, static variable, register variable. Please study all these, okay, because 1 to 2 marks question is asked and students generally get confused here. Okay, so that's for function part. Let's go to another part, that is array and string. Okay, so 24 number, what is array? Okay, what is the importance of array? Okay, next is how is array, like 1D array declared, how is 1D and 2D array declared, declaration of 1D array and 2D array. Okay, array, so study this. Importance of array you can study, and then in multidimensional array. Okay, so importance of array you can study, and characteristic of array you can study. Multidimensional array declaration, how it is declared. Okay, how sometimes they ask how you pass array to function. Okay, passing array to function. Then we have various. Okay, what are the various? String handling function. String handling function, this is important question. Okay, because they ask this type of question. So string handling functions are there. Again, next you can go to pointer. Yeah, so from pointer also, what is pointer, what is the importance of pointer? Okay, what is the importance of pointer, how is pointer declared, declaration of pointer. Okay, so next question is dereferencing of pointer, dereferencing operator in pointer. Okay, remember what is dereferencing operator? Suppose A is a pointer, it contains the address of B, so star A is called dereferencing of a pointer, it gives the value at the address of B. Okay, next is what are the various types of pointer? They can ask you bad pointer, yeah, void pointer, then null pointer, then double pointer. This is also called pointer to pointer. Okay, next is relationship between. Yeah, they can ask you this question. Okay, sorry, let me take some other color. Relationship between array and pointer. Okay, so they can ask you 1D array and 2D array, 1D array and 2D array. So just show how is this array accessed using the pointer concept. Okay, so next is 30 number, pointer operation. Yeah, so in last video I think I covered, like if you are going to add pointers, what happens if you are going to add 1 to pointers, what happens? So one memory address is added. Okay, so these type of operations are there, addition, into, subtraction, like this. Okay, now next question can be asked for. Okay, structure and union. Yeah, so they can ask you what is structure, what is union. Okay, how is the structure defined, how is the structure declared, difference between array and structure, difference. Okay, so one question I already discussed, in what is a tag in structure. Okay, so that question please study, video is there. What is nested structure? They can ask you what is nested structure. Okay, nested structure. Then union I already discussed, and then from file I think yeah, let's go to file. So there are some questions that is asked from file. 34, how is file? You know what is file? File, text file and binary file. Difference of text file and binary file. How is file open, close? Okay, so various input and output functions. That is there are some functions, f read, f write, f scanf, f printf. So read all the syntax of those functions. Another important question is file opening mode. Yeah, so read mode, write mode, w plus mode, that functions you can see. Next one question is like this, what is end of file? Yeah, one question can be asked from here, what is end of file? Next is what are the various random, how can you randomly access file? Random access in file. Yeah, so for this we have got fseek function, rewind function, yeah, ftail function. So they are the randomly accessed functions that are used in file. Okay, so I think these are the various questions that can be asked. And for Fortran portion, please see the videos. There are almost 8 videos I have made in Fortran. So there, while discussing the content only, I have discussed what are questions can be asked. Okay, so please watch that video. From these questions, not limited. Okay, so don't think that the questions will be limited to this only. These are the questions. Other questions can also be asked. Just refer old question discussion. And if you have any problem in these questions or any question you want me to make video, so please let me know. Till then, stay safe. Thank you.